That fine literally came just a couple of weeks ago. That same company saw an employee be sent to the hospital because he was hit by a forklift on Thursday.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Boss Watch is a segment that we try to do every single week where we take a look at what bosses were up to in the southern United States. We have been saying that there has been a pause on enforcement actions from the Trump administration. That remains true today. There is no new press releases or enforcement actions or resolutions of ongoing enforcement actions from the Department of Labor, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or the Mine Safety and Health Administration, or any of the other federal agencies that we regularly check. But we do have a news story from a previous recipient of an enforcement action. You will remember literally a week ago, we talked about how, or a little over a week ago, and this was covered from in our Boss Watch from January 17th to the 24th, that an Alabama company was fined almost $200,000 for the death of a worker because of the employer's lax safety standards.
The Decatur manufacturer of GE brand appliances failed to follow required machine standards that could have prevented a 58-year-old frontline supervisor's fatal injuries while trying to service a door molding machine. Inspectors with the U.S. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration opened an investigation of the July 2024 incident at Hayer U.S. Appliance Solutions Incorporated and found the company allowed workers to bypass the machine's safety doors and did not use required procedures to prevent employee injuries in the carousel-like machine. OSHA cited the company, which operates as GE Appliances, for one willful violation for failing to follow lockout-tagout procedures to de-energize the machine before allowing service or maintenance. Inspectors also cited Hayer for 2 serious violations for permitting employees to bypass interlocking safety doors to gain access to the machine and for not maintaining annual inspections for lockout-tagout procedures. The company faces $193,000 in proposed fines, the maximum that OSHA can legally recommend. The incident continues a history of 40 safety inspections dating back to 2016 at 2 Hayer U.S. Appliance Solutions manufacturing facilities in Louisville, Kentucky, and in Decatur, Alabama. These inspections included many machine safety violations, including 2 repeated and 2 serious violations of lockout-tagout requirements cited after a 55-year-old worker's fatality in Louisville in February of 2019.
That fine literally came just a couple of weeks ago. That same company saw an employee be sent to the hospital because he was hit by a forklift on Thursday, 2 days ago. So this is a GE appliance manufacturing company, Hayer Appliances, in Decatur, Alabama. An employee was sent to the hospital for injuries related to a forklift accident. Non-fatal, thankfully, but it is amazing that they are not, that management there is not on high alert after getting a fine like that. But we're in a new administration, and it's unclear if that incident will even be investigated, much less a fine issued if there are actual safety concerns. It is a really, really bleak time for worker protections. We have our sponsored segment, Union Busters. This segment of Boss Watch, covering national updates, is sponsored by Labor Lab. Labor Lab is an employer watchdog organization. They are committed to safeguarding the right to organize through unions, collective bargaining, and mutual aid. They do this by combing through reports that union busters are required to file with the Department of Labor. Here are the new LM20s that were filed last week. LRI Consulting Services was hired by Jacinta Port International for $425 an hour, and Santana International was subcontracted and made $212.50 an hour. Road Warrior Productions was hired by Titan, Florida for $3,800 per day. You will note from last week in Southern Labor that the workers there won their union election with the Teamsters. Very excited that that expensive union busting did not pay off for the corporation. ICWE and the Crossroads Group were hired by Unity Point Health for $400 an hour and $450 an hour, respectively. This LM20 was amended. Government Resources Consultants of America amended their LM20 with Paragon to add subcontractors. In addition, we wanted to highlight some persuader activity at Laboratory Corporation of America in Portland, Oregon. There's been a lot of shady stuff going on there, according to Labor Lab. We have a verified report that 3 persuaders are on site. We know that one is Emma Medina, and there are reports that the union busters are using fake names as well. So, not good stuff there. Not good stuff. Hopefully the workers are able to not pay attention to some of that high-paid union busting. And finally, in this segment, due to a lack of enforcement, some labor relations consultants may disregard the law and fail to report their activities to the U.S. Department of Labor. Therefore, it's crucial for organizers and workers to report suspected persuader activity to the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Labor Management Standards. So if you see any suspected activity, make sure that you report it, because again, they might not do that. For assistance with that, you can contact Labor Lab at contact@laborlab.us. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.